just because you have a bunch of millions of dollars and you live in Puerto Rico and you're outside of the matrix and you have an independent life and you have a wife that loves you and everything, doesn't mean you know everything.
I don't know everything, but what I do know is one little thing: how to be happy. And happy comes from a life of balance. Balance is the ultimate definition of wealth. You have a ton of people with a ton of money, but nobody loves them. You have people that are loved, but they're broke as fuck. You have people that have money that have no true wealth because they lack their health, right? Life is about a balance. And this is something I talked to you about on a serious note, was the importance of food, right? These guys are poisoning your mind. Really? They're poisoning your spirituality. And for some reason, you don't think that these guys are poisoning your food? For as much as I love tea,
No, it's completely like a complex where you eat bad food, you eat Doritos, you eat McDonald's, whatever, then you get sick, then you go to the hospital, then you pay for medications, then you make Big Pharma rich. So you're making the people who are controlling the world wealthy by being sick. So health is the ultimate wealth. Like if you can master health and put good things into your body and exercise, and like your system comes first. You have to take care of your body, you have to take care of your system before you can serve anybody else. So yeah, health is wealth.
I call him T. Tate, that eating KFC is gonna fuck you up. It's just absolutely gonna destroy your system. Going and doing fast food, you want fast results, you want all this garbage. Food is essential. Quality food is essential. And nowadays, people think, well, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm foggy, I can't focus. What do you eat? You eat fucking hot dogs? That's your diet? Hot dogs and mac and cheese? That's what your diet consists of? I don't have a wife, guys, I got a girl. But anyways, the important part is the following. You need to understand that what you are being injected with, whether it's food, whether it's on your skin is the biggest organ, whether it's through your mind, whether it's through the music that you listen to, whether it's your spirituality, everything is designed to condition you.
I feel like Sneako loves Kanye. Sneako loves music. I love music too. I think music is a way for individual people to express their ultimate being. Like music is culture. Music is the art of the people, right? Like fine art is cool and I love fine art, but music appeals to literally everyone. Everybody plays music, you know, or not everybody, but you know, like I tried to be a musician because I wanted to do something for everybody. Even though I love visual art more, I didn't want to just appeal to wealthy people who can afford $1 million paintings. I wanted to make something for everyone.
Everything. And ultimately it's conditioning you to one thing: to keep you weak.
Why would they do that? Why would they want to keep you weak?
Because when you're weak, you can't fight. When you're weak, you can't stand up for yourself. When you're weak, you can't operate, you can't think, you can't pay $3,000 to fly somebody out first class in a 2-day notice and the person not have to be like, well, I have to go work a job. I don't think I can show up this weekend because I have commitments. Broke people have commitments, bro. Rich people are flexible. They move like the speed of the wind. They move back and forth. They're like water. They flow.
I think that there's kind of like this new era of wealth happening where people, they want to make money online. They want to be flexible. They want to have remote capabilities. Like they want to have freedom of time, freedom of location. Like, you know, this is like the way people are thinking now. And I think it is the first step in getting people out of the factory labor system, because what we have now, even though we're in the digital era, it has a lot of remnants of the factory system where things have to be timed, things have to be, you know, on a certain schedule, a certain program. And so kind of removing yourself from that temporally is a good way to sort of start to think independently, I think.
Flow. Most of you guys are rigid, fucking stuck in a corner like this. Oh no, my wife won't let me go. Oh, I got in trouble this weekend. My parents said I have to stay home.
You're talking like there's one giant conspiracy going on and that the people at the top, the elites, control all the money. You're talking like everything we do is pointless and that voting doesn't matter. Are you saying that my life has no meaning? Are you saying that everything that I believe in is just programming?
Every single thing. And Chamath, who is a multi-billionaire, he bought Bitcoin. I think he owned 1% of Bitcoin at $13. He talks about who runs the world. And don't take it from me, right? A multi-millionaire. Let's take it from a billionaire.
Beyonce said girls want to run the world.
Beyonce is saying,
Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls?
There's about 150 people that run the world. Anybody who wants to go into politics, they're all fucking puppets. There are 150, and they're all men, that run the world. Period. Full stop.
I thought it was girls.
They control most of the important assets. They control the money flows. And these are not the tech entrepreneurs. Now, they are going to get rolled over the next 5 to 10 years by the people that are really underneath.
that's why these guys are out.
All right, let's back that up. The people who run the world are not the tech entrepreneurs. So the tech entrepreneurs are still within the matrix. And there's some people at the top of the world that control resources, that control media, that control tech. Like, the entrepreneurs are just bigger fish in a game played by an elite that control the world. All right? So money is another control system, says Kanye West, another way to rock people to sleep who could be strong messengers. So getting people into a game where they want to make more and more money doesn't mean that they're free necessarily. They're just richer slaves.
Out here buying all the land, all the water supply, because they understand this metaverse shit is gay and it's bullshit and it's designed for you to spend your real hard-earned money gambling on some metaverse bullshit that somehow somebody's going to adopt it. Why would I own land when I can own an ape that's worth $500,000 and it has a gold trait? I'm special. And all these motherfuckers in the background are buying all the land, all the water reserves, every single thing, and you are there like a dumb fuck, and I made $9 million off of NFT. I understand how the game is played. 150 people, all men, run the world. The guys that run the military-industrial complex, the guys that run...
I wonder why the people that run the world are all men. And also, like, the metaverse is gay? Is the metaverse sexually attracted to its likeness? Like, what? Is that the right term that we're trying to use here for the metaverse? I'm not sure. But I think, like, what he's trying to say is, like, all this digital stuff, like, it's not real. You know? It's like you can't own digital assets. But they can... Like, at the end of the day, like, you're a physical body, you're a physical person, and you need a place to live. Like, you need land or, like, you know, a physical place to keep your cash, kind of, I guess. Everything, like, the government could just take away your money. They could just close your bank account, you know what I'm saying? But if you own land, maybe you're a little safer. I'm not really sure. It's kind of like... But then again, like, there were cultures back in history that didn't own anything. Like, the Native Americans didn't own the land. They lived on the land, right? So... ownership, ultimately, like, when you die, you can't take any of this with you. You can't take your power with you, really. I mean, maybe karmically in some way, but you can't take your money with you. You know, how important is ownership? But, you know, while you're on Earth, you can benefit from ownership, I suppose. So maybe that's still a goal, ultimately, in some way.
Run the petroleum business, the guys that run energy sectors, the guys that run the data sectors. These people run the world. And if you do your due diligence, you'll find them by first and last name.
Rolled over the next 5 to 10 years by the people that are really underneath pulling the strings. And when you get behind the curtain and see how that world works, what you realize is it is unfairly set up for them and their progeny. Now, I'm not...
Wait, it's unfair? It's unfair?
No, it can't be true.
You don't tell me you're sacrificing your life for the betterment of another individual when you're a narcissistic psychopath, right? There's no way on earth that you would design a system that favors the majority instead of favoring you and your bloodline and your family, right? No, everybody's in it. What most people don't understand, guys, there's bad motherfuckers out there. People don't seem to understand. No, most people are nice.
Everyone's good.
Everybody's nice.
No, powerful, rich people who control the banks, they're good.
100%. They're amazing individuals. They're individuals that want to give you 0.1% interest on your money.
Are you saying the metaverse is a bad thing?
The metaverse, it's triggering. Guys, the metaverse has been around for 2 fucking decades. Remember RuneScape? For some reason, these motherfuckers that have never played a video game have built some sort of technology that gives you appropriation or ownership. And it's just this theory that somehow it's worth tens of trillions of dollars. It ain't.
But Neuralink is going to inject it to my brain. It's going to make everything faster.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to download my thoughts onto the internet so I don't have to type
Absolutely.
anymore.
And
Download your thoughts onto the internet. I think that's so cool. Like, my dream is to create a company where thought could just be, like, you could just pay for thought. Like, right now we have to upload videos to the internet to, like, get people to listen and get people to know who we are, right? Like, so what if there was, like, a technology that would allow us to just, like, think and have people compensate us for thinking? Like, you could be like a therapist or an executive coach, but you would just like think, and it would just like teleport to someone else, and it would just help them, and then they would pay you, and like it would all be seamless, like no videos, like none of that. It would just be completely in the air and telepathically. Like, that would be such a cool company. I guess Neuralink is like trying to do that. I don't know exactly. Maybe you could use like bone conduction to do that, but that's like one of my dreams, is to create that company.
And then, as a byproduct, you not only want to upload your thoughts to the internet, you want to be able to have some sort of Wi-Fi connection that fucks up your brain, one, and then on the second hand, the best part is you don't know what gets downloaded onto you. But for some reason, this fucking weird dude gets subsidies from the government to build a company like SpaceX, and everybody's praising him for inserting chips in the human skulls, controlling the global satellite system, telling people that he's a con artist, bro. And
But Elon Musk, he posts quirky memes on Twitter. I trust him.
You trust him? I trust him too.
He's good at memes, so I want to inject a chip into my brain.
He's funny, and you know what's the best part? I love the part that when you open up a private browser tab and you open up a new Twitter account, these are the first 5 suggestions that you get: Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Elon Musk, Hillary Clinton, and some other guy.
All good people.
All the best of society.
Yeah.
The top tier of society.
That's
the best
cool.
of the best. The best of the best. These are the people we want, right? These are the people we want in our system.
I'm not going to say that that's something that we can rip apart, but first order of business is I want to break through and be at that table. That's the first order of business. And the way that I do that is by proving that I can do what they do as well as they do it. And then do it better than how they do it. Because at the end of the day, they are commercial fucking animals. Okay?
You know what a commercial fucking animal means? An animal doesn't care about what it needs to do to win, to hunt. It'll do whatever it fucking takes. These are jackals, right? These guys are hyenas. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your family. They don't give a fuck about anything. That's why the president of Moderna received a $950 million parachute bonus because he cares about you and your health and your well-being. He cares so much for you that he took almost $1 billion as a golden parachute prize money because of the performance of his company.
There's no way that's true.
No, it was all free.
I believe in Big Pharma.
Everything is free. I got jabbed and it was free. You know
in
what?
New York, they give you $100 for getting it. That means it's good for you. If
And
the government-
you get Shake Shack with that too.
I
That's
want
the
a
bonus.
burger.
100%. I want the burger, baby. Give me the burger and give me the jab. Amazing people. Start waking the fuck up.
Okay? And they'll
People say that the shots, like, I sometimes wonder, like, if the powers that be might be tracking us through injections, like through like, imagine there's some kind of like chemical or something where they can like track you in the shots that we're getting for COVID. I think COVID was made in a lab, you know? And you have to wonder, right? Like, getting the mass majority of the population to get a shot, like, it's just, there could be some power play there that's not exactly what everyone thinks it is.
open the door out of curiosity and they'll let me stay because I add value. And then once I'm there, I can open the door for other people who can try to do the same thing. So my entire goal now is to be in a position to aggregate enough of the capital of the world to then reallocate it against my worldview. And I'm
Against my worldview, not against the...
No, I love that. Against my worldview. Like, if you have a reason to make money, like, that's ultimately like why you should want to make money, you know, because like money is just it's a vehicle. It's a fuel, right? Like, it allows you to put power behind your worldview. Like, if you want to buy 4 million cows and dye them all pink, like, if you have money, you can do that, right? So money doesn't create happiness necessarily. It doesn't, you know, save your soul from the devil, like, but is fuel to push behind a worldview or behind a thesis, right?
Betterment of mankind, right, against my worldview. And that's what these guys are imposing, their worldview upon you. And now, well, these are my thoughts. Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? People put labels on you. They try to simplify.
Democrats are the good guys and Republicans are the bad guys.
And then Republicans are the Christian guys, and then the heathens are the Democrats. Guys, listen. They are two wings of the same fucking bird. And when you understand,
I agree with that. I think that Republicans and Democrats, it's almost like a mind control thing, like made to kind of make you fight, like the Democrats versus the Republicans. Like, we're all Americans. We're all in this country. Like, we all want good things. You know, we all want healthy food. We all want health and wellness and wealth and happiness, right? Like, and so having this division, this faction, and we fight over things that are just like, so like, I don't know, I feel like there's a middle ground, and I feel like the division between Democrats and Republicans is kind of false. And there was a time in history when the Democrats like were more conservative, and then it flipped and the Republicans became more conservative. So those labels and those names are actually just completely assigned arbitrarily.
You understand that the game is rigged against you. Just control two parties.
Okay, so maybe you're right. Let's assume that all these notes are true. How do I start fighting against this? Because this sounds crazy to me, but I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be a slave. I don't want to be a drone. How do I get out of this? What am I supposed to do?
Very simple. The first thing you need to do is make fucking money. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. You need to earn money. Money's earned by the value that you provide. So you provide value to the ecosystem, to the marketplace.
Value.
You provide value to the marketplace, to the ecosystem by doing what? Having a skill that is very hard to replicate, right? A high quality skill. Most of you guys can only flip patties. No wonder you don't make no fucking money. So you need a skill. Then you need to be hard to replace. If you're irreplaceable and you have a skill set that'll get you paid, you'll never be broke. And then finally, have an exit plan from working for somebody else to working for yourself to ultimately having what you've built work for you. Well, I know a lot of entrepreneurs that are out here, yeah, you know what, like, I want to go ahead and run my business. They're out here working 19-hour days. They're fucking slaves. They're still slaves because they don't understand that it's important to have money work for you. Money, they're like little robots. That's what money.
Like, money working for you is a form of leverage. So basically you have time. Everyone has the same amount of time in a day. And so you have to create leverage on your time. Like, how do you maximize the potential of you? And so there's a few ways you can create leverage. You can do it through human labor, so employees, and that's having many people working for you, that's leverage. Or you can do it through capital, which is money. So like an investor like Warren Buffett will invest in many companies, and he uses capital to grow onto itself. So if you get a 10% return on $100 million, that's $10 million versus a 10% return on $100 is $10. So the more capital you have, the greater your percentage return will be. And then the other form of leverage is code and media. So code, I think media is a type of code because what makes the media expand so much is the code. So code is the most permissionless form of leverage. So if you can code, you can build things that can create money for you, and you can sell the same product infinitely number of times with very marginal cost to you because the code is so cheap to reproduce over and over again.
Money is they're like little robots. You then keep them locked up in the bank account, right? Which, by the way, when you deposit your money in the bank account, the money no longer belongs to you. It belongs to the bank, and they print that money. It's called having a minimum balance. For every dollar you put in, they can print 10 of credit, and then they'll loan that back out to you on an interest. It's an absolute phenomenal scenario to be in if you're a banker. But you would never know that because you're not fucking educated. So that's why you're here. Anyways.
You don't have to be so mean.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm evil dude, bro. I'm an evil dude that just wants to trigger people.
Some of the stuff you're saying makes sense, but I don't agree with everything you're saying. And I think I'm just gonna go back to my job.
What happens when you don't agree with people? What should people do when they don't agree? You know what I realized? Most people don't disagree. They're just emotionally triggered. And it's okay to be emotionally triggered as long as you analyze the emotion that you have.
All right, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace. Bye.